All right, welcome back. Another episode of our Supercoach podcast.
Yes, certainly is.
Um,
Had a week off, and it was delightful.
had a week off.
Not
Just-
in.
Yeah, just freshen the boys
You
up.
know, the boys, they got
Yeah.
freshened. And
No,
some
no.
of them got hurt, so that was great. Fuck.
I did not do that well. Dropped another 430 ranks. That
I mean, the score looks good.
that top 1,000 is slowly starting to slip away at the moment. So 1,328. I still have a couple of trades left, so it's not all bad news, but
Yep.
it's not great either. So yeah, 1,328. Not horrible, but not great either. Had a
Still pretty
couple
good.
of trades that weren't very smart, very
Same.
good.
I feel your pain. I feel your
so,
pain.
Yeah, we'll get
Let's
straight
go
into
through the
my
teams.
team. Harry Grant, 57, was all right. Coruscant didn't play. He got 36, which is fine. He's lost the goal kicking, so
He has.
that sucks. So hopefully he can get him back somehow. I don't think he will, but
Yep.
that's annoying. If you're a Coruscant owner, it really makes
Not
him
playing
not
it.
appealing.
Did you play guitar?
No.
Ooh.
Fanil Blake, he was good, 80 points there. I played May over Pangai, which worked out fine, 43 for him.
Middle.
I just, he's so frustrating with his minutes. Like 1 week he'll play 60, then the next he'll play 30.
Yep.
But I've kind of stuck with him now. It's probably not worth a trade to make him the front row at this time of year. I'm
Yep.
kind of chasing more upside, so I'm just going to have to deal with him.
Yep.
My second row, this hurt a little bit. Fafita 77, Crichton 57, Olaquatu 47. I did not play Katoa. I thought up against the
Two tries,
Panthers. I thought up against the Panthers he wouldn't wouldn't do too well, but he got 86.
Two meat
and-
pies.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, great.
Hey.
Cleary 61. It's fine. Everyone's got him. He's injured, so hopefully there's some people with no trades left that are going to be stuck with him, and I can kind of leapfrog them a little bit.
Yep.
That's hope anyway. But yeah,
Yep.
I'm not worried about that because, as I said, everyone's got him, so
That's all right.
everyone's affected by it, so that's fine. Dylan Brown 36 was disappointing
Bit
because
wet.
I was tossing up between him and Katoa as my last reserve. That's what it was coming down to, and I thought Brown, he's going to get you at least 50. I probably think that in the wet he might score a bit more than Katoa,
Yep.
but didn't pan out that way at all.
Fair enough.
Galvin 85, he's been tremendous.
He has.
He's
Very
just going strength to strength really, so very good there. And Campbell 56 scored that try, which was a little bit lucky, but yeah,
You'll take
I'll
it.
take it because it wasn't looking great without that. So I was going to trade Campbell up to Walker, but then when Cleary got injured, I thought I'll just wait and go Cleary to Walker this
Yep.
week. We'll touch on the Cleary replacements because there's a few options, but yeah. Now this is where things get tough in certain ways. Lomax, I brought him in, got 95, which on paper
Great.
sounds very good. But the bloke I traded out, Val Holmes, I think he got about 150. What did he end up on? 145. Nice.
Man, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but
50 points.
I would have preferred to trade Iro to him.
Yeah, but
That would have been nicer.
Nrl was a game time decision, I guess.
I had the option to do that, but I was like, I just thought Holmes had more money, like he was worth more
Yeah,
value.
a bit
I
more,
thought
yep.
I spent an extra 100k somewhere else. That was my
I
thinking.
mean, it still worked out. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
You still won your matchup.
Yeah, I would have liked an extra 50 points though, but yeah. Dom Young, he was good, 128.
Yep.
So that was
Plenty
nice.
of tries.
Yeah. Garrick 61, and Marzu, he got across the line, got 74. So I'm happy with him because I wasn't going to play Marzu, but then with Iro out, I swapped them around, so that
Yep,
was
you had to play.
okay. And Tuvas Shek 51. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You probably, that's probably not one of your proudest trades, is it?
Yeah,
you were
didn't-
big on him.
Just
so
didn't work out the way I thought it would, but
It's not
anyway.
worked out the way you
He
wanted
hasn't
it.
killed me. Like, he hasn't scored badly, but he hasn't scored good enough to kind of make it worth it either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Congrats there.
I captained Tedesco, which I'm happy with. 125 there. He's probably the best captaincy option out of the popular ones. Travojevic, I think he got about just on 100.
Yep.
And then obviously Cleary got injured with a 60. So it worked out pretty well there, and that probably saved my week.
Yep.
I think he could have got a couple of extra points there, but Sivo did well, held him up.
Fucking
And
hell,
he
was
bombed
nice.
it. He bombed a try as well. He broke through the line and just had to pass it, and he
Chose
would have
not
been a
to.
try assist, but didn't. So yeah, could have easily been 150, which would have been better. And then Ponga 70 points, not too bad.
Very good.
Up against the Sharks, so pretty happy with that. He's got a couple of good weeks coming now with.
I don't
with
like when he kicks the ball.
good opposition. So
He's too. Yeah.
yeah, we'll go through your team.
Let's do it. Coruscant 36, not great. Robson 61.
Yeah,
Happy with that.
he's
Tarpany,
injured though, or he's not injured. He's got the bye this
He's
week.
got the
so.
bye. Tarpany 49. Adam Finnell-Blake 80. Didn't play Leo Thompson. He scored 36. David Fifita 77. Crichton. This one hurts a bit. I traded out Keon for Crichton.
Kulamatangi.
Yep. And Critter only got 57.
Mm.
Isaiah Yo 86 and Britt Nicoris 74. Now, Taylor Duncan, who I was going to play, him on a core, I got 65, so
That's all right.
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Cleary was my captain, which sucks, 61. Jack Cogger, who I didn't play, 7.
I'm glad
Munster,
you didn't play.
Munster, who I traded out for Campbell, 59. Dill Brown, 36. Jacob Kiraz, who I said I was going to captain. If I didn't captain Cleary, maybe I should have listened to myself. 121. I didn't get to trade it at Euro, so whatever. Jermaine Asako, 54. Marju, 74. Kalen Ponga, 70. And Tommy Turbo, 105.
So you would have copped an AE. You would have got
Yep,
Tungo's 5. That would have hurt.
it did. But
Mm.
it was a week off, so I didn't really give a shit,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'll take that.
Let's get.
I'm under 30,000, by the way.
There you go.
I've did it.
There
I've
we
done
go.
it.
There you go.
Just.
Watch out. Well, not going to go team list today because I don't think it's necessary. I don't think there's too many big Supercoach changes.
Yep.
Obviously, Cleary's out, and then Luai is there with, I think it's Cole who won the
Jack
race.
Cole. Yep.
So, yeah, not a whole lot of changes. So I'm not going to go through them today.
We just made this week. Just
If you want to have a look, go and do it yourself.
Wow. Will's a savage.
but-
I'd do it for you, but Will just hates us. so.
Yeah, pretty much. We spent fucking half an hour trying to set up this.
Yeah, look, let's just say Will and I are a bit off technology today,
yeah.
and it can get fucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just give us a week of just being a bit, not lazy, just cranky.
But lazy.
We're cranky.
Cranky and
We're
lazy.
cranky. I mean, we can do it.
We can.
Let's do it quickly.
Nah, fuck it.
Well, there you go.
Um,
Hey, viewers, listeners, I tried.
We'll touch on the
I mean, we have to go for the games anyway.
Hey, we can go through the games. You want to go through the games?
Let's do it.
Last week's games or this week's games?
Like this week's.
Oh, this week's. All right. We got the
They're on the
Tigers,
side.
and the Manly side.
You dare say Turbo's in for a fucking
Yeah,
slaughtering this
Yeah.
week.
yeah.
He might be the most captain
I would say so.
possibly.
If I know it's a Thursday night.
Fuck.
I know it's a Thursday night, but I'd just put the straight. If you've got Turbo,
Because
I
I'm
would be
looking at the
putting-
rest of the matches and
I'd be putting the captaincy on him for sure.
Bulldogs New Zealand.
That terrifies me so much.
It does.
Mm.
That could be easily 160.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Plus,
might do it.
Garrick as well. He's an option. For maybe a vice captaincy.
Yep.
Cherry Evans, who's going to be popular this week.
You dare say he's most traded in.
Yeah. Anyone from that Manly side of this, just they could go off. They could.
It makes sense now, doesn't it?
Luke Brooks even as a bit of a smoky.
Against his old team, you know he's going to be fucking
Yeah.
fired up.
Yeah. Barbecues.
Plenty of barbecues.
Plenty of
I hope
barbecue.
on the hill.
I'll tell you what, if they win, I reckon he's pulling out the barbecue. He's got to.
He's throwing it back at the owner, Shane. What's his name? Shane.
Yeah, someone.
Something.
Benji.
Who gives a fuck? The Benji
Yeah,
Marshall.
he's just gonna be in the middle of Leichhardt, just cooking up some stuff. I reckon.
We got New Zealand Bulldogs. Who do you reckon wins that?
I'll tell you what, I am big on the Warriors.
Sean Johnson's last.
I've had a look at the stats.
At home.
I've had a look at the stats, and there's go and tune into our other podcast for my bet of the week, because there's
You were saying that the Bulldogs are undefeated at home this year.
undefeated at home,
And very
but
shit.
a 3-8 record away from home. So it's
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, it's a good shout. And Sean Johnson's last game in
yep.
the land of New Zealand.
Well, they're calling it the Sean Johnson Stadium, aren't
That's
they?
pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. But yeah, probably not too much. Like, the Bulldogs defensively have been outstanding, so it's probably not a matchup that you want to be targeting for either side, really.
It's
I tell you what, Sean Johnson. We'll touch on the options to replace Cleary in a moment. But if you're a head-to-head player, if you're an overall, he's not an option. But if you're a head-to-head, could be a little smoky there.
Possibly.
Just something that
little why not?
little yeah.
Heartstring bet.
I mean, the stats probably don't back up the decision, but it's just a nice something. That
You never know. He could just go
could
into
make-
an ungodly
It's a,
bit of form.
it's a warm and fuzzy kind of pick.
It is. It's very warm and fuzzy.
But yeah, apart from that, the Bulldogs have been good. Carraz is an option, but again, up against the Warriors, who are going to be fired up. I
don't like it.
I don't want either of these teams. I just don't
Yep.
think they're.
So I think the Bulldogs will win just. No real reason. I think they'll just win.
Yeah.
Pretty much for the same reasons for you.
Yeah.
Warriors will be fired up as fuck.
Yeah.
Now, the Broncos and Parramatta.
Mm.
No one you really want here, is there?
It's probably a good matchup for both sides, because both sides are defensively quite poor.
Yep.
If
there could be
Reece
a lot of
Walsh
points.
was in, obviously he's a big out that we should touch on.
Yep.
Broken a hand, so that's no good.
Yep. Not good. I still think they get
But
the job done.
I think they win, and I think if you've got Broncos players, you've got a Tony Staggs, he could be good.
Yep.
But yeah, even for Parramatta, like Dylan Brown, I think I'm going to play him this week. I think there's going to be tries in it. I think up at Suncorp, a nice fast dry track, you would think.
Yep.
So I think both options are pretty much the opposite of the previous game. Really,
Really.
it could be a game to target. Problem is, both teams are playing pretty poorly, so you probably don't want too many of their players.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Next game is Canberra versus Penrith. Now, if Cleary was healthy, fuck, this would be like a Tommy Turbo versus the Tigers situation, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think Toto could have a big week.
Well, Canberra, I think they're pretty much out of contention now.
They're
So
done. Or they could actually start playing some football now.
Are they going to have the same fight in them? Is Ricky going to get them up? Like,
I don't think so.
what are they getting up for?
They've
now?
had a year filled with controversy at pubs and fucking...
So Tarpany, I think his minutes might start to drop.
fucking home not.
I think Ricky will start looking after him and not really push him into the ground if there's nothing to play for.
But then again, it is
what's the
Ricky,
point?
so who fucking knows?
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to try and blood some of the younger forwards, because the problem that they've had is once Tarpany and Papali'i go off, they're a different side.
Oh, night and day.
So I think what he's going to do is try and get some minutes, now that there's nothing to play for, really. Try and get some extra minutes into those younger forwards.
It makes sense.
That's what I'd be doing if I was him. So,
yep.
But who knows with Ricky? He does some strange
He
things,
does.
doesn't he? So,
Who do you reckon wins that?
the Panthers.
So do I.
Convincingly.
Melbourne versus Dolphins.
Yep.
I think the Dolphins are falling off a cliff.
Yep.
And I think Melbourne could run a pretty big score here.
Melbourne are an interesting one, because they're going to rest players for sure.
Surely the last 2 weeks at least.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be trading in any Melbourne players.
Unless you've already got them.
Yeah, if you've got them, fine. But
Yep, agreed.
with obviously Cleary out, Jerome Hughes, I don't think is an option. Pappenhausen, I'd be worried about. Munster, I'd be worried about trading him in this week, because I just think they've got 3 games left, and I think they play 2 at most. If you got on him a couple of weeks ago, different story. You've got more out of him, but this week, I think now, even Harry Grant, I wouldn't go anywhere near any Melbourne players,
Yep.
to be honest. Just because I think they're going to rest at least one game, potentially
Agreed.
even
Yep.
a game and a half, 2 games, whatever. You know, if they're up early, Craig Bellamy, he's just going to get rid of Harry Grant, give him a rest
Yeah, of
for
course
the
he
last
will.
20 minutes. So.
Yep. Now, South's Newcastle. There's only probably one player we're going to talk about here.
Ponga.
Ponga. Pick him up because
Cody Walker's out.
the Rabbits without Cody Walker.
Cody Walker's out, so Dean Hawkins comes in there. And
This could be... You know what? There's actually a few captaincy options.
yeah, I'm possibly going to captain Ponga, I think, just because he's a bit more of a pod than some of the others. So, yeah, I think that might be the way to go for me.
Yep.
Because I think the way South played against the Tigers, they weren't great.
No, they weren't. Not at all.
So I just,
Who wins that game for you?
I think Newcastle win. I think there's too much for them to play
I'm
for.
hoping
They're
can
playing
win.
for a final spot still. I think just mathematically they're a chance still. So they've got to keep winning. Souths have nothing to play for.
Yep. Agreed.
Again, same story as Canberra. Damien Cook, is he going to get less minutes now? Marmazula's coming on. I know they've been
Now
playing
that Cook's
with both
leaving
of them.
too.
I know they've been playing with both of them on the field, but I think now with it just completely, the season's over.
And Cook's leaving.
Why would you not give Marmazula's a go at the number 9 spot for 20, 30 minutes? Let Cook play the first 40, 50 maybe.
Yep.
There's no need. Cook's not going to be there next year. So,
Agreed.
yeah, I'd be concerned there. Kulamatangi, he's in the second row. You sold him last week. I wouldn't have sold him last week with the Tigers matchup, but I still think he's a sell.
Yeah, well...
I still think, that was kind of the first game starting at second row where he got some attacking stats. I don't think he's going to keep it up. Again, Newcastle, who knows? But
depends what Newcastle side turns up.
Yeah.
That's really the difference.
I mean, it's still a decent-ish matchup, but I still prefer Crichton for Feeder.
Yeah, there's others there.
Yeah. Even Olakuatu, he's got the Tigers matchup, so he could go big. Cherry Evans, just feeding him the ball all day, he could get 5 tries. Who knows?
Yep. Gold Coast versus Roosters, this could be a bloodbath.
There could be some big scores this weekend.
Teddy could seriously score 175.
Yeah. Here's the other option as a captaincy shout. If you don't, I think
it's actually a weird week for captaincies.
I think you got to go one of the 3 fullbacks. I think if you don't have Turbo, I think Turbo is a must. If you have him, you got to captain him because he'll get 300 points this week. He absolutely terrifies
300.
me, mate.
That's funny as fuck.
He's just.
And he's
are they Brookie?
No.
Oh, they're at Leichhardt. Okay, still
maybe
250.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly
250.
right. yeah, exactly right.
But yeah, I think you either got to go Turbo, or you go Ponga and Tedesco as the other options. I think you got to go one of them. I think they're the 3 best options. This week.
I think Crichton's also going to have a nice day out. I just have a weird
Angus?
feeling that Angus is going to have a good day out.
Yeah, could do.
I think it's Cleese Haas unless they swap for Feeder to his side.
Even if a Feeder defensively isn't great. So
I mean, Nakora made him look
Yeah.
silly. Talakai made him look silly.
I'd be very happy if Crichton was going up for feeder. Or not really, because I got for feeder too. So
score a few tries each.
Yeah, just switch at half time.
Yeah, I just think the Roosters are going to kill him.
Yeah,
just a
I think so.
And Sharks versus St George versus Sharks, the local derby.
The local derby.
This could be anything.
The Flanagan Cup, they're calling
the
it.
Flanagan Cup,
Part 2.
the Jack Bird Cup, the Val Holmes Cup, Kyle Flanagan Cup.
Future Val Holmes Cup.
There's a lot of cups.
A lot of cups.
Getting about. I would stay away from captaining any Sharks or Dragons.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Hero's back, so that's a positive, and he's up against one of the Fengai boys. So he could be in for a day. Talakai's at the back row position, so he's going to get a lot of good ball. Hero.
Yeah. I think Lomax is still a good option.
Yeah, he'll score.
Against the Sharks.
Mate, our defense is good. It's been very good.
Mulatalo's back, isn't he?
He's back he's back.
So he's not a great defender.
Yeah, I think Lomax still can score 100.
Yeah.
Just goal kicking wise. It's the local derby.
Yeah.
This could literally be 30 to 28
Yeah.
to the Dragons, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That's just how they always end up.
Yeah.
They're so weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about form. Doesn't matter about nothing.
Yeah.
So there's our thoughts.
That's our thoughts
So
on
the
the
big
matches.
question, Cleary.
Cleary.
What?
Yes.
Who's your first? Don't look at stats.
Okay.
Just who's the guy? Who is he?
What I'll do, I'll give some options.
Yeah,
options.
give us. But who would you go? Just first and foremost.
I'm leaning towards Walker.
Sam
I'm leaning
Walker.
towards Walker. I just think
I'm on the DCE.
their run home is very good.
But that's a good point. Very good point.
DCO, not DCO.
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 His cousin.
Oh,
DC Comics.
it's been a long day.
Yeah, it's defeated us. This TV situation. It's.
Yeah.
We'll be fresh next week. We'll be fucking steaming in here. We'll be ready to go. So.
But yeah, no, DCE, I'd have him probably second best.
Yep.
And then I'd probably have maybe Sean Johnson, if you're a head-to-head
Well,
player.
as you said. Yeah.
Overall,
So how's that
no.
work? How's a head-to-head work? Every week you draft a team.
What's that? Head-to-head. That's
that-
what we're doing.
Well, so what's that one where they changed
That's draft.
draft?
Yeah.
Is that every week?
No, you pick your players.
Yeah.
And then each player is different so
Okay.
so every game is like you've got all your players are unique to the opposition.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Head to head is just if you care about your matchups.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
Overall is if you don't care about the matchups that much, you just want your overall ranking.
Yep.
I'm kind of both. I think you're more of a focused on the head to head.
Yeah,
You want to
head-to-head.
get the wins.
Yeah, I want to get the fuck.
You want to get the wins. You want to
I
win the
know
comp.
I'm not in the fucking top 1,000
Yeah.
conversation.
And the reason that's relevant is because the grand final is round 26.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Whereas obviously overall goes to round
Yeah.
27.
Of course. Yep.
So that's why and the Warriors have the bye in round 27. So, hence why if you're an overall player, you wouldn't want Sean Johnson.
So you're 100% pulling the trigger on Sammy Walker.
I'm not 100%.
Ooh.
As I said, there's some options there. I do. Let's have a look. What's happened here?
I don't know
Alright.
what the fuck just happened there, but sweet.
Yeah, Jerome Hughes. I've seen a couple of people trying to go
Dylan
here
Brown scored the most points. That shocks me.
as a halfback.
As a halfback.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's also played the most games, so that helps.
Oh, Matty Burton.
But yeah, Jerome Hughes, I wouldn't be going. Just again, we spoke about Melbourne; they could rest someone at any moment. And since Munster's come back, his scores have dipped.
They have a little bit. Not by a lot, but
not by a lot, but instead of
They
getting
have.
80s, he's
They
getting
have
60. So he's
Yep.
still been solid, but he's not been so far and away the best halfback like he was in that middle part of the season.
Yep.
Where it'd be worth picking him up when he's going to miss a week. You would have to imagine he's got to be rested at some point.
Yep.
He played through Origin pretty much, so he's due for a rest. Not playing Origin, but
Yep.
Anyway,
I'll get you. Yep. I'm with you.
Matty Burton, he is a good option too. I'd probably have him third.
Oh, Matty Burton.
Their run home is decent. It's not super easy, but it's not super hard either. He's got the Warriors this week, which, as we spoke about, I think it's going to be a tough game. Even though on paper the Warriors are an easy opposition, I don't think it's going to be easy for them this week.
Yep.
Then they got Manly, who's tough-ish, but not. They can concede points.
They can.
And then the Cowboys in the last week. So it's not an easy draw, but it's not it could be worse. So
Yeah, it's a bit of this, bit of
yeah,
that.
I don't hate the pick. I am not too keen on it. But in saying that, he's probably not going to get rested. They're going to be fighting for that top 4 spot.
Yep.
So there's not too much of a risk there. He's a decent price,
It's just the
600k.
price. Yeah, I think the price might lure some people in.
Yeah. It's a pretty good price there. But I'd probably rather pay the 50k more for Cherry Evans.
Yep.
His draw is much better. He's got the Tigers this week. Then he has the Bulldogs, and then the Sharks,
Ooh.
which, Bulldogs and Sharks are a little bit more challenging, but I still think I'd prefer Cherry Evans' draw over Burton's draw just because
Yeah, of course.
because of this Tigers matchup.
Yeah, first
Basically,
matchup helps.
only thing with Cherry Evans, I feel like he could get rested. Like he played through Origin.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
If they're at a point in the season where, like, and it would be the last round, that I can't imagine him being rested before that, but it'd be the last round. If they're at a spot where they're guaranteed a spot in the 8, they can't make the 4. Let's say they're battling between either finishing 5th or 6th.
Yep.
Then it's probably not worth playing him. Like, give the bloke a rest.
No,
He's
no,
played a
makes
lot of footy
sense.
this
Yeah,
year.
it makes sense.
He's not young anymore, so
I mean, I don't think they can push for the 4 anymore, can they? They're just too far.
I think they need results going their way.
They need the Bulldogs and Sharks to lose the next 2.
Well, they play the Bulldogs and the Sharks, so they're like.
Oh well, yeah, they can grab.
They're a chance.
Yeah, they need to win. They need to win the Tigers one and hope one of us lose.
Yeah.
Which is pretty doable.
Yeah. So I do like that, but again, it's just that resting thing. Same thing with Sam Walker. I don't think he's going to get rested. There's a bit of talk that he might next week against the Canberra Raiders, which I'm hoping he doesn't because that would be a nice matchup. They're all great matchups. Like, look, the Titans, Canberra, then South. 3 teams that are not playing for anything now.
Yep, and not good.
That's why I like Walker.
Yep.
Those 3 matchups. Again, there's a little bit of talk about him getting rested. He won't get rested for the South games.
No chance
They
in
will
hell.
never get.
No chance.
They've never rested against South, even when they played round 27. So, I'd be incredibly surprised if they got rested. Next week, I'm a little worried, but I still think they're still fighting for a spot in the 4. Like, they're not guaranteed a top 4 finish. So I think I'm reasonably confident that he won't get rested.
Yep.
That's just a gut thing, really, as well. So I've heard some reports that he will, but I just don't see it.
Yep.
I really don't. I think the week to rest is round 27, but they won't rest against South. So
see, the person I'm looking at, I know for a fact will not get rested, and you're about to scroll past him.
Benny
I'm
Hunt.
looking at Ben Hunt.
You had him before.
I've had him for a big bulk of the season.
I don't hate it. It's a very big pod option.
Massively pod option because then I can upgrade my hookers.
He's got
upgrade something.
Yeah, he's got upside. He's going to play 80 minutes every week coming home. You would imagine for sure. And it's a good draw. He's got the Sharks this week, a little bit tough.
Local derby again. He could score 2.
Yeah.
You know.
But then Parramatta and Canberra to finish is very, very tempting.
And they're coming 9th at the moment, so
they're fighting for.
Or they're right on the 8. It's one of the 2.
They're 8th.
So they're not getting rested.
No.
There isn't, and it's Shane Flanagan.
Yeah.
Against the Sharks, he's not resting no one.
No.
He made it very well known.
Yeah.
He's disliked for the Sharks.
The only thing with Hunt is he has no base.
Yeah, 0 base.
He's got a very low score in him. Like, he'll get a 20 points if he doesn't get any attacking stats. But against, especially with Parramatta and Canberra, he's going to get some attack. So
again, it depends who turns up.
Mm.
Cody Walker's out, so he's really non-existent in this chat.
Yeah, Luke Brooks we spoke about a little bit before. I'd just prefer Cherry Evans. He's better.
Now I want to ask your advice on one person because he's been named in the wing on the wing this week. Tyrone Wishart.
Yeah,
he's not going to get rested. Craig will want him warmed up, ready, off.
I couldn't go there. I could not go there.
You couldn't?
No. Because he goes back to the bench when... who's he replacing?
Anderson.
So when Anderson comes back...
Bench, yeah.
He's only filling in the spot
but if they rest,
through injury. It's
if
not
they
through...
rest, do you reckon they're going to rest?
100% they rest.
So he's going to get 2 games starting out of the 3?
Probably, yeah. Probably does. Against decent opponents
and
too.
he scores big points quick.
But again, there's no base there if he's playing on the wing. I couldn't go there. It's not a bad shout. Like, you could pick him up and he scores 2 tries in one game, 3 tries in another game.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good. But yeah,
I'm looking at Hunt. I think the more I think about Hunt, the more I like it. The situation they're in, they need him to play, and they need him to play well.
Luai I don't mind. Luai I think's a decent option. Again, I think he gets rested though. That's my concern with him. The matchups are great.
Against the Canvas.
Raiders, South, and Titans.
Oh my god!
Without Cleary, he steps up. Like
he goes hard.
When you look at when he was injured last time,
73, 124, 102, 130, 61, 90, 53 was his lowest in that period.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And that 53 was when Cleary came back.
That's when he came back.
Since Cleary came back, 53, 41, 52. So he's dropped off a little bit, but now with Cleary out, he's
a good teammate, eh?
He could.
So unselfish.
He's going to step up. He's going to be a lot more involved in the attack. He's going to be doing everything. Look, I'd be keen on Luai if he didn't play for Penrith, because I feel like they're just going to rest. That's my concern with him.
Yep.
If I could guarantee 3 games out of him, I think I'd have him possibly above Walker.
Yep, fair.
But just with the resting potential, I just can't go there for me. Again, if you're a head-to-head player, it's probably not a bad option because he probably gets rested around 27.
Yep.
Hines is an interesting one. When's he back? I think he's back next week.
27. No, they said they're going to bring him back last week of the round, depending on position.
It says around 26 or 27.
I don't like it. I think we're going to rest him.
Yeah.
He won't play this week, and he definitely won't play next week, in my opinion.
Mm.
Look, if we win this week, he's not playing until finals.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. The other one, Sean Johnson. As we touched on, if you're overall, definitely not. And the stats, look, he's got upside there.
He does.
He does have upside.
We know what he can do on a good day.
Like, he's scored 112 this season. That's his only 100-point score. But
a 93 in there, 67.
He's very capable. He probably goes back to, or he will, because
he will goal
no
kick
one else
this
can
game
kick, so.
just because, and it's his last.
Yeah.
And
so he'll be goal kicking. He's got the Bulldogs. Yes, tough matchup. But we spoke about how they're going to be fired up. They're at home.
I mean, if he gets those middle forwards tired, he could just take the piss.
Yeah. If you want that, the fairy tale, he score a try in his last game
at home.
Yep. Then next week against the Sharks, scores his last try in his last
game at a club he played 100 games for, whatever the fuck he played. Yeah. Like, how good would that be?
So
that'd be sick.
If you want that fairy line, that warm and fuzzy feeling, I'd love to go him. I really would. I
hope the Sharks do something nice for him, mate.
Yeah.
I hope, because it's our last home game too. So that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, but I love that pick. Statistically, looking at the stats and how he's gone this season, it's probably not
great,
the best option. But you just know he's going to put that extra bit. Like, he's got 2 games left in his career. He's going to give it his all.
Oh, it's going to be fucking amazing, I think.
And it just be nice. But and the last one I'll touch on is Trindle. I think.
As I said, depends on Hines.
Particularly with Hines out, I think he could go big the next couple of weeks if Hines is out. But yeah, he's scored very well. 70, 138,
and the
81.
People forget the 52 he went off injured.
Yeah.
So add the extra,
Yeah.
He's our only offense, respectfully.
So he's a great shout. Again, it just depends on what happens to Hines.
Exactly.
Run home's pretty good. Could be worse.
One of those ones in the middle. Good, not good, not
St.
bad.
George is decent. New Zealand, decent. But again, Sean Johnson's last game, you never know.
And Adam Fennell was playing it for that last game of the Sharks. He's going to be fired.
And then Manly round 27 when they may be resting. So it could be
I dare say it's a rest angle for both teams.
Yeah.
Depending on how Manly are going to.
So, yeah, they're probably all that you look at. The other thing I want to talk about is with Cleary out, it brings Dylan Edwards into play. I know a lot of people are kind of firmed up their fullbacks, and they've kind of got there too. But I love Dylan Edwards this week as a pickup. With Cleary out, his goal kicking. Look at his scores when Cleary were out before.
120, 119, 89, 95, 111, 75, 120, 113, 69, 63, and 84.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's gonna be goal kicking. Again, the draw: Canberra, Souths, Titans.
Wow.
Would I pick him up? Potentially. Who's Ponga got? South, Titans, or Dolphins. Yeah.
Don't think so. He might get rested too. He's injured.
That's true.
He's got that injury.
Yeah.
He's taped up heavily. They might just rest him last weekend.
If you've got the trades, I'd be very, very tempted. I've only got 3 left. 2 after I trade out Cleary. So I probably won't do it. But if I had like 6 trades, I'd be super tempted.
Yep.
Getting Dylan Edwards. That way, if he does get rested, it doesn't matter. You can trade him back out again.
Yep.
But yeah, I like him.
Speaking of trade,
I think he will be in the top 2 fullbacks over the next 2 weeks.
Yep. Should we look at the traded-ins, traded-outs?
Let's do it.
And then wrap it up, baby. Fancy for deal bags.
So, traded out will go top 10%.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Wow. You pig.
Oink
in the comments for Will. Put an oink in the chat.
Oink. So, Nathan Cleary, obviously the most traded out by 62% of Supercoaches.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Drink water.
I think that's an upgrade to Teddy.
Yep, he's on the buy, so fair enough. Val Holmes, yeah, I like trading him out. I wish I traded him out this week instead of last week.
Yep, people are off a psycho, it seems. And rightfully so.
Yeah, fair enough.
He gets no fucking ball.
Yeah. Just with Val Holmes, obviously coming off that big score, some people would be tempted to hold him. I think he's a definite sell. He's got the bye this week.
Yep.
Then he's got the Storm and the Bulldogs, I think, to finish. So, yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Ponga is a trade out, which is interesting. I think it's people being scared of Turbo.
Yeah, I think
it's
so
people
too.
going Ponga.
I think so.
Could score well, but he's no Turbo.
It's no Turbo against the Tigers, is it?
So I think that's where people are going. We'll have a look at the trade he's in, but I'd be very surprised if Turbo wasn't up the top there.
Yep.
Isaac Tungo.
Weird.
Sell.
Cool. Fair enough.
Guess so. Well, I guess the appeal of Tungo was because Cleary was in feeding him the ball. Now that Cleary's out, he goes back to being
that actually makes sense.
kind of shit. So
he's lost a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, he's down like 400k before. He picked it up a bit with Cleary back, but now he probably goes back to how he was before.
Cody Walker obviously injured. So fair trade. Casey McLean, people have made their money and they're dipping.
Fair. If you've got the trades, trade him out, get someone better.
Why
go
not?
For it.
Yep.
Api Coruscant, yeah, I think it's fair enough. I wouldn't be wasting a trade in your hooker position.
Not at this point of the season, because he could really have a.
There's
decent
just not
week.
enough upside in hooker this year.
No, not at all.
I get where people are coming from. Like, he's lost the goal kicking. Doesn't have the upside that he did, but I just think your trades are better spent elsewhere.
Yep.
Than in the hooker position. Because who are you going to get? You get a Grant who's going to get rested.
Yep. No, I agree. I agree with you.
Are you going to go Robson who's got the bye this week? Like, there's not many good options there. So just hold on to him.
Yep.
Nrl is a sell this week. I can get around it. I think. Yeah.
But for who? He's back. He's back in the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's been one of the better centers.
I don't think it's certainly not a must.
Or is it to
trade.
reshuffle your team? Is that what that is?
I think it's just people bringing in potentially a fullback.
True. Yeah, it could be a
If you're
reshuffle.
trading him out for a fullback, then go for it.
Yep.
In the centre wings, there's better options I think than him. Doesn't quite have that 150 point game in him, but he's going to be solid for you.
I reckon DCO is about to be
DCO.
whatever the fuck you. Yeah, there you go.
There he is.
Oh wait, no. Oh, there you go.
DCO.
I'm going to call him that from now on. DCO.
The number 1 traded in player makes sense.
Plenty of sense.
With that Tigers matchup.
The top 3 is Cherry Evans, Walker, and Jerome.
We're gonna see a lot of
so there you go.
a lot of halfbacks here.
It's pretty much depending on what you value in a
Yeah.
halfback, isn't
A
it?
lot of people also probably already have Sam Walker, so that's probably why Cherry Evans is a bit
Yeah.
higher.
That makes sense.
But yeah, Cherry Evans,
Sam Walker.
Sam Walker, we talked about him. Luai, we talked about. Dom Young.
Dom Young. People want those tries.
Again, we've spoken about the matchup that the Roosters have. So
It's fucking hilarious.
yeah, I
Fair
like
enough.
the trading. If you're going Iro to Dom Young, I think that's an upgrade.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If that's what people are doing. So
If you have trades, that is a good
That's it.
shout. Very
Yeah.
good shout, actually.
just with the upside.
The cops are coming to get
there's,
Will.
there's a lot of noises happening here.
There's plenty going on today.
It's
Fucking.
Very
I'm not going
noisy.
to say where I live, but
very noisy episode.
you'll be right. You'll be right. It was good last week and it was noisy.
Yeah. Lomax, he is traded in.
Even an upgrade to Lomax, Iro.
Iro to Lomax, I think that's a big
Ooh.
upgrade.
Maybe not this week. But yeah, I like it.
He's got the goal kicking, so
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Carraz,
Our boy Jacob Crows, you should have been there about 12 weeks ago, guys. Sorry. You missed out.
yeah,
But jump on. Welcome.
it's never too late.
Welcome.
But yeah, I'd probably
Welcome,
prefer.
Welcome.
I'd probably prefer Lomax now.
Yeah.
Just for the run home.
Makes sense. Teddy.
Tedesco, yep. Tom Trbojevic.
Ooh.
I thought he'd be higher, Tom.
So I'm more surprised at number 10.
Dylan Edwards, we spoke about. Yeah, I think if you can find a way to bring him in, I'll like him this week. And Jacob Little.
I like it. I weirdly like it. He's been very good.
His scores have actually been very surprisingly good. Again, I wouldn't be wasting a trade in the hooker position.
But he's averaging the same amount,
Like 93, 65, 60, 70. He's been fucking
He
solid.
varies from 90 to 60.
He's been really, really solid.
The last two are tempting
Yeah.
because he's going to be playing.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wouldn't-
but I get you. Don't waste trades in.
I just wouldn't make a trade. Not this week anyway. Like if you're in a position in round 26, 27, where both your hookers are out and you've got no one in that position, then sure.
Yep.
You're going to get an extra maybe 20, 30 points with Little. Whereas if you chase the upside, you could get an extra 70 points
Yep.
if
exactly.
they go off.
Okay, in saying this, I've just figured out my captain and my halfback, or what is it, 5'8".
Yeah.
I'm locking in Hunt.
Yeah.
I like the scenario
like
they're in. They're at the 9-8 spot. Flano's not resting Hunt. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And Hunt could go off against the Sharks. He normally does play very well against the Sharks, local derby. And I like Turbo as the captain. I know it's the Thursday night, but you've twisted my arm, and I'm taking it.
Have you got Turbo?
Yep.
Fuck.
Mammoth trades last week, baby. Turbo, Crichton.
Jeez. Yeah.
I went hard.
Mm.
So, still got like 5 trades left, so
Yeah. Well, you can go hard.
go hard in the paint. That's me. That's what I'm
So have you got Teddy and Turbo?
No.
Ponga Turbo.
Ponga Turbo.
Okay.
Juggernauts.
I'll tell you what, I'd be tempted to go Ponga
Nah.
to Dylan Edwards with the amount of trades you got.
I think Ponga's going to have a good finish to the year. I think he's not getting rested either, regardless of their situation.
Yeah.
Just as a homage
Yeah,
to...
Ponga won't get injured. Ponga won't get...
well.
won't get rested.
Well, the injured part maybe.
There you go. Trade him out because he's getting injured this week.
Yeah,
I've
well, just
jinxed him.
thirsty.
James Tedesco is the most popular captain this week.
Quite obviously.
39.5%.
It's close though.
Tom Trbojevic right behind him.
I think Turbo could be in for a fucking...
A lot of people vice captaining Tommy 12.9% as well. But yeah,
Tommy could fucking go nuts, eh?
don't worry about the looping. Just put the captaincy on Tom. He's going to go huge.
He really could, eh?
God, he scares me.
Fuck, it's scary. And he's so cruisy.
Yeah.
It's like he does nothing.
Ponga only at 4.2. That's real tempting now for me. I like that
Did you go Dom Young at 3.4?
Yeah. No, I really like that percentage of 4.2 for Ponga. That could be something up against. He's got Souths who are awful.
They are.
That's the way to go, I reckon. For me,
I'm sweet, dude. Who have you got this week in the matchup?
I'm chasing rankings. I want to get that top 1,000.
Let's talk about that. There's been a bit of back and forth, bit of tennis, so you will.
tennis.
against your matchup this week, Marco,
We'll go into our
our local Serbian
to
listener
the
of
to
the,
the
show.
Rough Rigs League.
You've got the predicted win, but that means nothing. 'cause
Means
he,
nothing.
He probably hasn't traded. He
Yeah.
probably hasn't done anything. I think he's a Thursday trader.
Yeah.
So he waits for the day off.
Yeah.
Bit of back and forth.
Mm.
I'm liking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit of shit talking. He said he's coming for you.
Well, you've got the big 12 versus 10 matchup.
Me and Cody. Me
against
and Cody
Cody,
Cole.
so-
And you and Marco.
A spot in the minor premiership final.
Yep.
So up for grabs there. But yeah.
Yep.
Well, let
What
me
do you
check-
reckon? What are you going to say to Marco as a
Let
final?
me check out his team. What do we got? What is it? What's he wheeling and dealing with?
You fucking spine on him, dude.
Yeah.
Big spot. Oh, you got the same back rowers.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's got Crichton in there too.
Mm.
He's already got Matty Burton and Joy Gray. He's making some sneaky little... Oh, he's going to trade out Walsh. And he's got cash.
He's got cash. I hope he's got cash. I hope he's got trades.
I'm looking at, he'd have a bit of cash with the Gray.
Yeah. Cleary out, Holmes out, Walsh out.
He's probably got trades.
He's not going to be wanting to play Tungo, you wouldn't think.
You dare say Osaka's getting a run.
Yeah.
You watch Osaka get 140 this week.
Curran's in a bit of doubt with that shoulder injury. He has been named,
No,
but
yeah, he's
he's
breaking your team apart.
he's in some doubt. I tell you what, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I wouldn't be feeling too confident if I'm Marco here.
You got to release this ASAP. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey Marco, he's coming for your neck, dude. He's spying on your
I'll tell you
team.
what though, I am a bit worried if he goes Walsh to Tom Trbojevic. I'm not going to tell you what to do here, but
No, he's worried if you go
that's
Reece Walsh to William Kennedy, Clint Gutherson.
he could go big Gutho this week. I reckon.
I feel like we've been saying that for a month. Got anything else you want to add?
AJ Brimson, he could be a nice
He's on the
trade.
bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him in.
No, he's starting this week. It's going to go huge.
Anyways, that's it for me. What have you got?
No, that's it. So, what trades are you making? You going
100%
Cleary to Hunt?
Cleary to Hunt is a
And that's
lock
it?
in at the moment. That's the rest. I can.
You've got trades to play with. You might as well make another one.
Yeah, I'm going to make other ones, but I'm going to ponder on it.
Okay,
I'm a Thursday
just ponder.
trader. I'm a Thursday trader.
Yeah,
so-
I'm leaning towards Cleary to Walker, I think.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going DCE.
Yep. Okay.
But I could.
Well, there it is.
But I could.
There you
that's
go.
that's my decision I've got to make. I'll weigh it up.
Yeah.
See what I just if I'm getting Walker, it's for the run home. It's for the next 3
Yep.
weeks.
Yep.
If I'm getting DCE, it's for this week. It's
Yep.
a very short term play.
Yep.
Because I think personally this week, I think DCE outscores Walker, but I think over the next 3 weeks, providing they both play all 3 games, they play the same amount of games, I think Walker
Yep.
gets up. So it's just, it's a tricky one. But I'll make that call later in the week. But I'm leaning slightly towards Walker at the moment. And then that'll be my only trade. I'm just going to have to throw away this boost because that'll leave me 2 trades and a boost, which is kind of useless. But, well, is what it is.
That's how it is. That's how it
That's
goes.
how the cookie crumbles.
That is.
The Damien Cook. That's it for me.
Same, dude.
Too easy.
Good luck.
Good luck with your matchups in your preliminary finals. Give us a like and a comment and a share. What else do they do?
Take me out, Marco. I
Yeah.
believe in you.
Yeah. So leave in your questions
Good luck, Will.
in the comments below, and I'll get
And
around to
put a
them.
few oinks in the chat.
Unless you're Marco, don't send me any questions. I'm not helping you. I've done enough help for you this episode.
That's
You've
funny.
copied half my team anyway, so you know. I don't know. Maybe come to some decisions yourself this
Ooh,
week.
here we go. A bit of back and forth.
Anyway, that's it for me.
Yep. Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.